This is some hand stitching on a leather belt.
Yeah, these are straps for an accordion, shoulder straps for an accordion that I'm making for a customer.
And these have to be replicas of the exact replicas of the strap, otherwise it won't look right. And the amount of work that goes into this is,
because these have yet got to be sheepskin lined.
Unbelievable.
This is these are the buckle ends. What will happen is that once I fix the buckle on, this will come back on itself. There'll be a belt loop round there because that will fit to the accordion. There'll be a loop there, and this will buckle up here, and this is going to be secured with copper rivets as opposed to these rivets. There's going to be copper because there's going to be a lot of weight hanging off of these. So there'll be one there, be on that one there, and that one there. And you'll see how the stitching's coming through there, if that comes through. Okay. Alright. And it's how I do it is I start on my left, push through there, round. That stitch is now locked. Alright. And this is something you need to, use. Once you actually get into the swing of it, it's almost, it becomes almost robotic. And I do it the same way every time when I hand stitch. But this is, it's getting there. Fiddly little thing. I found it fiddly anyway, but that's
the amount of speed
that
you pick up after doing it time and time again. If you're doing this for the first time, oh my God,
no,
it'll be dark before you finish.
No, it's right. For the first time when I first started, it was the same with me. It take me ages, and then over a period of time,
you get into the swing of it.
Yeah, you get used. And the hardest part is actually getting used to holding the awl and the needle in your one hand. So you're doing the whole, so that you never take the awl out of your hand unless it. So, and just hold the needle like that. But I got to say, there's something very relaxing and therapeutic about hand stitching. Don't know what it is, and I'll quite happily sit down and hand stitch items. I could put this on the machine, but I really don't want to. I just want to sit here and just poodle with this. Nearly there on this side. You can have a look at the finish line.
So far, that's taken 8 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah, 8 minutes.
What, to stitch this?
Yeah, because I started when you was rightly.
Is that fast or is that slow?
I don't know. I know I couldn't do it in that time, so it's pretty fast.
I suppose so. You see, things. I when I'm sort of doing this, I sort of lose track of time, so I forget how long it takes me. I should really look at the clock when I'm doing this sort of stuff and write down the time I started and when it finished. But do I know? I just
plod on
up the threads and get started.
Go in automatic mode.
Yeah, I do. Look, there you go. That's the stitch. Right,
yeah.
And that's what it should be at the back.
Everything
in line. Everything in line, and it will only come into line so long as when you're using this.
Yep.
Use your eyes. Don't just dig.
No.
All right. You want it all to sit and a straight line. So you pick up from the last one, just eye it up, you know, and so you want to keep everything nice orderly fashion, front and back.
A lot of this is the order that you do things in as well, because if you do it in the wrong order, you can end up in a right mess, you know. And you've got to start with your basic platform first, and then start putting your accessories on that. Because if you don't, if you try and accessorize before you actually have your platform down, you're going to be in such a problem.
You know, for me, you know, I've always found with leather work, sometimes I'll do things in a very unconventional way, but it works.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And that only comes with experience. You can't do that unless you're very lucky. And if luck's on your side, then you might get away with it once. But Ray's finishing off the other end of the accordion strap.
So this is what it is for unfinished.
There's the unfinished bit.
And that's the
finished bit.
Now I've got to go all the way along here, but I'll do that later on.
But this kind of finishing just adds to the overall effect. You've got to spend time doing this kind of finishing work, otherwise you've just got a couple of bits of leather slapped together, and that's no good. It's got to look good, especially if someone's performing in front of people with it hanging around their neck.
Yeah. There you go. Right. So that's the end bits. Now here's going to be the buckle, leather strap, and that will be copper riveted in place there. Alright, and that will sit on top of here, bump, and that will go like so on each end, like so, top and bottom. So this is what we got in. Now what I'm actually going to do here is, because I just want to finish, I'm going to put my stamp here on the, and she wanted her initials, so once I've actually positioned the buckle strap, which isn't going to be that big, it doesn't need to be that big because that's going to come right over the top of it. Alright, that will cover it right up. And so that will sit roughly in that position there.
Nice hardware, Ray.
Yeah, they're nice buckles, man. They're nice buckles. So that will go like that. Obviously, this serves no other purpose.
Now we're aligning the buckle strap. So the buckle's going to go on here, and this little slit is for the hearse on the...
Yeah, this is going to be fitted with copper rivets.
Which is a bit of your trademark now, isn't it? Because you put all the copper rivets to hold the
anything,
knives in place on my...
Yeah, anything that's heavy.
Those copper rivets work a treat when you do that. It works like a... It works as good as Kydex when you put them little copper rivets in. So you got to lift it and pull it. A lot of people are impressed with that.
Right, now what we're going to do here, what I'm doing, I'm lining up here. I'm just making sure that everything connects correctly, because now I've got to duplicate all this on those other straps. Alright, so I've got that there. Right. Right, so what we're going to do now, we've got it all done here. Right, my first one, I'm just
looking at your old punch, Ray. It's not from Argos, is it?
No, mate. No, mate. That's at least, this piece of kit is at least at least 90 years old. This piece of kit. This is an old Dixon's tool.
Crikey. And it's got all the bits in the handle and that, and you think that's old, but that's a new thing. But when you look at it, that is an old. You can tell that's old.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, and it's a solid piece of kit as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, well, I've had this. I've had this close to 35 years.
It's just digressing, mate. Let's have a look at that. Look. They don't do that to tools anymore because it costs too much money. Look at that. That little tweak in that frame on there. That's amazing. You see things, and there's nothing new under the sun where tools are concerned, or knives. And that you would think was done, you know, yesterday, and it's not. Look at it. And these springs, they're donkeys years old, they are. I've got tools with them on that are well back into the 30s and 20s and 30s. So this is old, man.
It's Dixon's, mate. It's Dixon's.
Look
English tools.
Brilliant. And it is solid. It's not folded steel or anything like that. It is solid all the way through. Look at that. That is a tool. Anyway, I digress because the man is busy punching things out for these accordion straps, and they're going to be fitted in a minute. This is the attention to detail that is in these straps. And this is just a little thing that you could leave out if you wanted to, but Ray ain't going to do that.
No, I can't do that. It won't be right if I did that.
And this is a small loop that will hold these together, so you can push it down and reduce the diameter of the loop, so that it holds basically more firmly than ordinary. Now you could leave that off. You can see that there's the belt there, but it will flop about, and it would drive him crazy. So he's making these. And it would. So he's making another piece of leather to go on.
I need 4 loops.
4 little loops.
And then once I've just done the edges on these quickly, this doesn't normally take long. And there's your soap on that. I'll never ever throw anything away. Every bit of leather has its use. Eventually you'll need it. Especially for bits of leather that are ideal for making loops. You know, always, because you know, you don't have to be hunting around trying to cut out of a big piece of leather. You've got bits and pieces, you go there, so never throw anything away. Once in a while, have a clear out. But then, single needle job with this one. Maybe the length of thread, because you're going to need it. Well,
It's about 3 feet long, isn't it?
nah, no, not that. Nah, that'll do all 4 loops quite easily. Your wax, your all important beeswax. So we're going to start sewing. So there, bend that around there, pull that through. We're going to form a loop here, right? We're going to form a loop, then come back through that hole, right? tuck that in. Always hang on to that end, because there's nothing worse when that thing comes adrift and you've got to start all over again. So we've done that. We've got that in place. Go round that, go through that again a couple of times. Come through the sides there like so. And then hang on to that end there, and then give it a neat little tug. In a minute it will all straighten out. It will all straighten out. Hi.
Here's the finished accordion straps and the tooling and the stamp. You can see this, and although these are old, right, and they've got like a funny shape to them, they weren't great quality in the first place, but these are top quality, and the buckles are absolutely brilliant. You can see the adjustable strap to decrease the diameter of the hole, make it nice and tight so it don't flop around. There is the initials EH at the end, the tooling round the top scape, and again, and this one EH, and the tooling, and this end, the stamp, raised stamp, and the tooling again. Absolutely exactly the same. Brilliant. That's it. Job done.
Yep.
Fantastic. This is 0 pence. And Ray, see you later. I hope you enjoyed it.